Governing critical infrastructure in digital futures is my contribution to the book. I'm looking at the challenge of safeguarding critical infrastructure, like in the energy grid, where the catastrophe would be the blackout, or as we experience it in the health system, a pandemic, something that damages an entire society if the infrastructure is affected. The challenge here is that we see a trade-off between efficiency on the one side and resilience on the other side. It may be a challenge to the entire book series of the FactorX. However, this is what we need to look at, what serves society. We're looking, when it comes to governing infrastructure, to a legacy of privatization. It started in the 90s and continued for the last 30 years. The idea was that through privatization, profit would be a driver for efficiency. So the infrastructure and the critical infrastructure became more and more efficient, but on the other side, lesser and lesser resilient. So any blow to that infrastructure meets us unready. The system is depleted and exhausted and cannot cope. The result is that we are looking at a lean state which over the years became anorexic, not able to serve society in these crucial moments. We saw the privatization of the profit in the past. Now we see the socialization of the damage. And we need to raise the question if this is really what serves society. If safeguarding critical infrastructure is the challenge, what is the solution? At the beginning of the 21st century, we have a tendency to look into the direction of tech, looking into artificial intelligence and big data, expecting a solution to come from that side. However, technology is never a driver. Technology is an accelerator for an idea, for any idea, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We need to rethink governance. We need to rethink the future of governance in terms of a mix of competition, of rule-based algorithms, and commons. Not preferring the one over the other, but looking at intelligent mixtures which create that kind of critical infrastructure that we need to serve society. We need to think bold, brave, and courageous. For example, energy. The sunlight that hits the earth is more than sufficient to cover our energy needs. So it's not so much a matter of energy production, it's more a matter of energy allocation. Or looking at the trade-off of efficiency and resilience. Not efficient centralization, rather resilient decentralization yields a solution. Or if we're looking into the health system, why not moving from the idea of repair and cure to the idea of prevention? We may need to go as far as to rethink our thinking that yielded these ideas. We need to overcome modern linear and reductionist thinking and engage in Anthropocene thinking, which is fit for the VUCA world, a world that is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. We may want to have a look into system thinking, integral theory, and theories of resonance to shift our thinking to get the possibility for new solutions to the challenges that come with the Anthropocene in the 21st century. Rethinking governance yields solutions. What do we need to do? Well, we need to invest. First, we need to invest in exploring futures of governance to find out more about the different mixes of algorithmic rules, competition, and ideas of commons. We need to invest in socio-systemic impact evaluation, which does not only look at technology, but also looks at social complexity, at politics and culture, and how they are affected and contribute to the solutions. And we need to engage in new criteria. And my personal favorites are coherence and resonance. The governance systems and regimes we are facing in the public administration are not coherent. They're full of holes and they're contradictory. They're not resonant. We need to change that. We need to rethink social systems, and we may do so by acknowledging that all social systems are human-made. They're like board games. They have a setup, they have a logic of governing the game, and they have a goal. And they are games which we probably do not favor, like Monopoly, where the goal of the game is that one person in the end has all the property and all the money, while everybody else has to leave the game due to bankruptcy. On the other side, we know good games. The year of the game 1995, Settler of Catan, a game setup that allows every player to be involved in the game and have the rightful expectation to win the game, and the winner only wins by a margin. Well, such a game is fun. The greatest opportunity that we have at the moment is that the digital transformation of the public administration is still ahead of us. That goes hand in hand with an idea which I call the next level of gamification. That is not so much about flow and epic wins. It's very much about modeling governance options for the serious games of society. And everybody is involved. Everybody can do something. I see the digital millennials model and play those serious games of society. I see the researchers and scientists exploring and evaluating smart futures of governance. I see the public administration promoting and managing the transition to those more desirable forms of governance. And I see everybody dreaming and debating what kind of future do we want to live in as a society. And I'm sure it is not an efficient future. I rather think we are looking for a future of resilient peace and prosperity. And we need infrastructure, and especially critical infrastructure, well governed to serve such a future. And if we engage in this kind of approach and thinking, we are ready as a society to meet the challenges of the Anthropocene in the 21st century.